John Krasinski came to me and he had seen a film I did called Pig, and he said, what would it look like if you brought some of that pig touch to the Quiet Place universe? And he gave me a lot of space and time to figure out what my into that story would be. And I really came to this character of Sam that I became very interested in and excited about. And I pitched it to him, half expecting him to say, well, that's not really the direction we want to go. It's a little odd. But he was so supportive and said, heck yeah, let's do it. And he gave me a lot of freedom to really explore this story and explore this narrative and really make it my own, which was very generous of him. And yeah, I think we've made a movie that feels very much its own and will be exciting and moving for people. I had seen both of the Quiet Place films in theaters when they came out, and they are a really special movie-going experience to watch with an audience. So I had a wonderful experience with both of those, and I just loved how fundamental and essential those stories were where you got to follow intimate character dramas while also faced with this very primal and visceral challenge of these creatures that hunt by sound, and if you make a sound, you die. And I liked sort of the simplicity of that allowed you to explore really nuanced characters. So I was very excited to work in that universe. John and Paramount were extremely gracious in giving me the space that I needed to make this movie. John really said, hey, make this movie your own, and gave me a lot of support and advice on how to kind of take the reins on this and explore his universe in a way that felt all my own. And I don't think I could have done it without that freedom and without finding something that I really cared about in these characters and then had the opportunity to explore. I think there's a lot of pressure and ideas of what we could see in a prequel and how much you could expand this universe, because there's so many ways you could go with A Quiet Place. And for me, I just really had to focus on characters and finding a story that I was excited about and that I cared about, because you have to live with these characters for years and see a whole movie through their eyes. And I think finding the opportunity to really tell a unique story within this amazing universe was the thing that most excited me. Going from the original two Quiet Place movies to day one is going to feel like a big jump in scale. You're going from a rural environment to one of the loudest cities in the world, and there's multiple creatures, so many people that are dealing with this situation, and I think it's going to feel like the next sort of level of how people are having to deal with these creatures and seeing how they initially had to learn about this. Yet at the same time, I think it really honors the roots of the franchise in being character-driven dramas that are about unique people going through this situation and how they're dealing with it. And I think in Sam and Eric, we've really found a story that feels all its own. I think with Quiet Place Day One, audiences can expect something that's exciting, that's tense, but also something that's moving and surprisingly emotional, filled with incredible performances and incredible set pieces that feel visceral and engrossing. And they'll get to watch some characters that hopefully they'll really fall in love with, learn about each other, and discover this world together.